This first document here is an internal document which was revealed for the first time at the trial. It details the efforts and goals of the Muslim Brotherhood in the United States, and it describes it as a civilization jihadist process. It was authored by Muhammad Akram, and Akram served on the UASR Board of Directors, which I'll get to in a minute. It lists the Occupied Land Fund, which was the previous name of the Holy Land Foundation, IAP, UASR, along with national Muslim organizations such as ISNA and ICNA, the Islamic Circle of North America, under a list of our organizations and organizations of our friends. This document shows how the Muslim Brotherhood wants to sabotage the United States and how they plan to use US-based groups like CAIR and ISNA and other groups to accomplish their goal. This next slide here, as you can see, lists the Friends of the Muslim Brotherhood. You look at number 1, you have ISNA. Number 2, the Muslim Student Association. NATE is listed at number 8. And if you look down a little bit at about number 20, you see MAYA, and the Muslim Arab Youth Organization, Association. Now, what is the significance of MAYA? Well, they're a Saudi group. It was founded with a $250,000 donation from the Bin Laden Construction Company. Among its founding board members, none other than Osama bin Laden's brother, Abdullah. Nabil Sadoun, founder of the United Association for Studies and Research, UASR, which is important to note because they have radical connections with the Muslim Brotherhood here in the United States. Mohammed Salah, a Hamas operative in Chicago who's now serving jail time, said in a confession, quote, "The political command of Hamas in the United States is at the United Association for Studies and Research in Springfield, Virginia." This next slide here is a U.S. government exhibit, a U.S. government list of CAIR as a member of the Muslim Brotherhood Palestine Committee. As you see from the next slide, this is an actual internal Muslim Brotherhood document showing CAIR on the Muslim Brotherhood Palestine Committee. Now, these documents should be shown again when the trial gets underway. Now, finally, I'm going to get to the last part, CAIR. Is CAIR the Muslim Brotherhood? How do we know? Well, they told us. And not just did they tell us a while ago, they just told us 2 weeks ago. Mohammed Habib, the second in command of the Muslim Brotherhood, in an interview said, quote, "I would say yes, there are Muslim Brotherhood members there. There are already existing institutions. There are laws and a constitution that they operate under." And when the interviewer pushed him and asked him specifically, is CAIR the Muslim Brotherhood? Is it connected to you? He tried to wiggle his way out of it and then ultimately answers, yes, you can say that. But in typical fashion, the next day he backtracked, put out on the English language website that that's not what he meant. He meant that those that share the same moderate Islamic ideology are advocates and yada, 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 that same old story. But the truth had come out. So where are some of these leaders now that formed CAIR and others? You have the Islamic Association of Palestine and the UASR. Some of their leadership have become leaders of Hamas and CAIR. Musa Abu Marzouk, board member and financial backer of the IAP and founder and director of the UASR. Where is he now? Hamas Deputy Political Bureau Chief. Ahmed Ben Youssef, editor of the Palestine Monitor, an IAP publication, and executive director of UASR. He's now senior political advisor to Ismail Haniyeh. Nihad Awad, Omar Ahmed, and Rafik Jabir, they were senior leaders of IAP and went on to found and become leaders of CAIR. Mohammed Nibber and Nabil Sadoun of UASR also went on to become leaders of CAIR. Now, CAIR's had a little trouble with US law. As you can see here, their civil rights coordinator, communications specialist, sentenced to 20 years in jail for weapons charges. Hassan Alashi, founding board member of CAIR Texas, serving 6+ years in jail. You have a fundraiser who's been deported, their director of community relations, sentenced to jail and then deported. Now, if this is the leadership of an organization, I think it tells you what their goals may be, especially in light of the documents that have come out in the Holy Land Foundation trial. Now, I know that this was a lot, and in case you missed anything, it's all on our website. But I just want to go over, kind of sum up what I just spoke about here. While CAIR tries to portray itself as a mainstream Muslim organization, its former leadership are heads of foreign terrorist organizations. They've been arrested, they've been convicted, and they've been deported. The documents from the Holy Land Foundation trial show that CAIR is the Muslim Brotherhood. And in fact, their own second-in-command admitted the same. I've shown you here some of the Saudi support for CAIR, clearly. The connection between the Saudis, the Muslim Brotherhood, and CAIR is real. The problem that we face is right in front of us. We just need to open our eyes and believe what we're seeing. Thank you.